In our country, we're graduating about 84,000 engineers a year. Other countries like India and China recognize the importance to them to have more engineers and technicians coming out of their system. For example, China is graduating about 300,000 every year. Significant difference between 84,000 and 300,000.
My customers were always complaining about the inability to hire enough engineers to accomplish what they need to accomplish. And what you find out is that they're going to go overseas to find engineers if they can't find them in the U.S.
The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not.
In the 60s, after President Kennedy's urging, we rose to the challenge, produced a remarkable generation of scientists, technologists, and engineers, and won the space race. And then we quit and went home.
Truth is that the new jobs that pay at all well in this economy, and certainly for the future, are going to involve technology.
We talk about endangered species and how important it is to preserve those that might slip off the face of the earth. Our science and technology economy is in great jeopardy. It's an endangered species. The folks at Project Lead the Way, in my mind, were among the first to recognize not the problem, but that something could be done about it. And going the extra step, doing something.
In September of 2006, Project Lead the Way will be in almost 1,800 schools in 46 states and the District of Columbia. And when I think of those numbers, reflecting back 9 years ago when we thought that if we would be in 20 schools in upstate New York, we would have succeeded. This program has really captured the imagination of many school leaders in terms of engaging students and preparing the next generation of engineers and technical workers in the country.
I've been here at Albany High School for 22 years now. 5 years ago we started looking at Project Lead the Way. A lot of the students involved like it because it does involve not just the academic side, the technical side, but it involves the hands-on side. You're up out of your seat, you're building something or designing something, constructing something, you're seeing the actual product work at the end. So I think that's real important for high school students, to see the end product.
You get kids in high school that are doing very poorly. They just have no motivation, and the parents are completely frustrated. They end up in a Project Lead the Way course, and they suddenly discover that the way they're taught in Project Lead the Way is the way they learn.
They're not like anything else you'd get out of school. It's more fulfilling. It's not, you wouldn't sit through a lecture for no reason at all. You apply what you learn, like in the class as you learn it.
It's not boring at all because, yeah, we're always working on a project. Either we're doing something on the computer like drawing designs, or we're in here making the designs.
The students can see and understand why they're tackling a certain type of problem. They see the application to their life. And they also see how this can be used in a much larger context.
You get hands-on experience. It's not like with math where you just write out on a piece of paper. You actually get to use the different machines and you get to build stuff with your hands and stuff.
The students are in the back of the lab working using drill presses, scroll saws. We get up, we go next door, use the computer room where we're modeling the pieces or creating drawings. You know, they like to do something else besides, learn out of a textbook and things like that.
Somebody needed something. I mean, it motivates the students. They get to get their hands on things. And I think it produces a completely different type of thinking that, and to stay competitive, I think we need to foster that in schools.
What people find in the real world is no matter what job you work in, that the world keeps throwing problems at you, whether you're an engineer or not, and you've got to solve it.
I plan on going into engineering because it's the best place to get a job and get paid the most, and it's problem solving. It's something new to do every day. It's not mundane. It's not a waste of your time. It's, I don't know, you create. It's worth it.
We have seen case after case where students have changed. They have become engaged in school, they become better students, their grades go up in all subjects. A school counselor stood up at one of our school council conferences and said, I don't care whether these students go into engineering or not. I recommend this program to all of our students because of the life skills in problem solving that it gives them.
it's something that you'll keep with you for the rest of your life, which, I don't know, I think that's important to have.
All we need to do is let the young people know it's interesting, it's fun, and it's an option. You'll have a much more healthily balanced workforce, and you'll have a competitive advantage for your community and for the larger community around you and for the nation.
Project Lead the Way has been looked at and examined probably more than any other program in this country. This is the best. And if our teachers and our staff give this the commitment that it deserves, we will see in a very short period of time the progress and the change that can take place in math and science curriculum in our schools.
We got to stop the brain drain and start start teaching our students so that we can foster those talents and those abilities in our own environment.
Project Lead the Way leads the way.